Montrose, Colorado. And we have John Pope in the studios from Juan Brews. We're going to talk about a music series. We're going to talk about some beer. And we're going to talk about, I don't know, a few furry animals and special treats you might have for them. But we're going to have a good time here with John Pope on this Friday morning. Make sure you log in and comment or ask a question, because you could win a $50 gift certificate to Juan Brews. Drew, our producer, said that's a lot of beer. So, but before we get to John and all things Juan Brews, let's talk about some events that are coming up. Guess what? The Block 64 Summer Music Series is on the 10th, and we're going to be hearing more about that here with John in a second. And then Big Head Todd and the Monsters, they're going to be at the Bridges. It's for their annual concert and fundraiser. That's on the 17th. And then Night Vision, it is back. It's going to be in Grand Junction this year, but that is happening July 8th and 9th. And the folks at Praise Him Ministry has a huge lineup for those Christian music lovers. So I hear Crowder's going to be in town. Make sure you go online and check that out. And then on the 26th of August, you want to make sure you get your tickets now. The annual Food and Wine Festival is back. And guess what? It's going to be back at the big event center, which we were able to spread out and have some fun. So those are all the events that we have coming up. Go to ourtownmatters.net and click on calendar for even more events. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. At River Valley Healthcare Centers, we believe everyone deserves access to quality care. At our locations, you will find friendly staff and professional medical providers who are committed to helping you achieve optimal health. Our goal is to meet the needs of our community by eliminating barriers to patients receiving quality medical, dental, and mental health care, as well as convenient access to a pharmacy. We're accepting new patients, so contact us today, regardless of your insurance and income status.
In Colorado, we come prepared to weather any storm, to choose to see obstacles as challenges that make us stronger and better. When things get hard, we face them, dig in, and rise above. That's why Alpine Bank is proud to call Colorado home. After all, everything we need is right here. You are Colorado, so are we.
And we are back in the studios with John Pope. Montrose Matters Live, John, is brought to you by Elevate, the real estate store, which is a neighbor of yours, aren't they? Exactly. I said Elevate, the real estate store, River Valley Family Health Centers, and oh my goodness, Alpine Bank, they're going to kill me, please don't. But the reason that we can bring this show to everyone every week is because of these great underwriters, so thank you for that. John Pope.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, you are just one of the most famous people here in Montrose.
I don't think so.
Oh yes. Juan Brews. Tell us a little bit of history and how are you guys doing?
So we've been doing really great. The community's treated us very, very well in the last year and a half.
It's only been a year and a half. Why does it seem like it's been?
Time flies when we're having fun, right?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's been great. You know, our business partners, Kevin and Chelsea and Davina and I, we had this crazy idea, you know, back in just pre-COVID, and it just all kind of fell in place. We kind of started looking for the building, and everything just fell in place very, very quickly, and we opened quickly and hit the ground running, and we haven't looked back. I think we've all had a great time doing this.
Oh, it is busy in there on any given day, at any given hour.
Yeah.
So was it because of the love of coffee, the love of beer, or the love of both?
You know, both actually. You know, I think, you know, Kevin and Chelsea, they've spent the largest share of their marriage, you know, in breweries, and you know, that's where they like to hang out. Kevin's been a home brewer for 10 plus years, and they had been looking for a place to have a small brewery here in Montrose, and of course, a lot of the community recognized Davina and I from when we started the coffee truck back in early 2000, and that took off really quickly on us. And we were looking for a brick and mortar, and met Kevin and Chelsea through some other mutual friends, and kind of talked about what we were wanting to do. And it just kind of fell in place where we were able to kind of put both concepts into one building and open a brew house. And
oh my goodness!
And the community's just embraced us, and it's been a lot of fun.
So, okay, so you guys were on the coffee side. That was your love of coffee, and
Yes.
they were on the beer brew side. And who came up with the name?
It was a group effort. You know, we tossed around a lot of different stuff, and we knew we wanted brews in there because you brew coffee, you brew beer, and
right.
And we wanted something that was recognizable. Davina and I had opened San Juan Mobile Coffee, and so we kicked around a lot of different names, and we just kind of kept landing back on San Juan Brews, you know, and that's what we ran with.
So where's the mobile coffee now? Does that still?
So we dissolved that business. We tried keeping it running for a little while last summer, thinking it'd be a good one-off from what we're doing,
mm-hmm.
and what we found is that the community kept us plenty busy with our brick and mortar, and
yes.
So we actually sold that business, and I think last I heard it was the truck had been relocated somewhere in Denver, and they were up and running it over there. So
okay,
yeah.
Good. Wow. Yeah. Well, it would have been nice to have a San Juan Brews, mobile unit.
yeah. If we could have figured out the licensure for mobile beer,
I know that's a thing.
Yeah.
All right, Montrose, you guys are going to have to help us with that. So I'm sure someone knows someone at the county or city that could help us there. So you guys have been having some fun. I don't have a picture, darn, but I will post it on social media later of one of my employees is at San Juan Brews. Don't worry, it wasn't during business hours. And her huge dog is sitting there licking this. I don't even know what it's called. You guys have treats for animals?
Yeah, they like the puppuccinos. It's just a big old cup of whipped cream. Yeah. the dogs love it. It's funny.
Are you serious? Who comes up with these things?
Who knows?
So we had Krista on last week from Chowdown, and I've learned so many dog things now and just animal things here in Montrose. People love their animals.
They love their animals, and the folks over at Chowdown do an amazing job.
Do they really?
Yeah, they really do.
So how often do people bring their pets in?
You know, we up until the last 3 weeks, we've not been able to have pets inside the building. But if anybody's been by, we now have we've got a patio seating, and so we became dog and pet friendly here. So that's becoming more frequent. So you can now bring your furry friends and sit on the patio and have a beverage. And,
oh my goodness! And they can have a puppuccino.
Have a puppuccino and enjoy our Montrose weather.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you have something exciting coming up that will help us enjoy Montrose weather and entertainment and a couple of brews
We're sure
at the same
so.
time. So tell us about the Block 64 summer music series. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So Block 64. So. We didn't know this until a couple months ago, but the block that ourselves and Chowdown sit in is called Block 64 here in Montrose. And
that was news to me.
So and we were actually awarded the Governor's Award here in the last couple of weeks, all of us in that block, for kind of just for enhancing that part of Main Street and bringing new business to that part. And so and it was done through DART. And so kind of through that process, we learned we were called Block 64.
Okay.
So we had been trying to plan a way to get music done during the summer. The farmers market on Saturdays runs out in the parking lot right behind our building. So in preparation for the farmers market, the city shuts that parking lot down on Friday evening, and so it became an opportunity for us to activate that parking lot and bring in some music. So that's where the 64 music series came in. And during those discussions, we met with the folks at the 103.9 The Planet. They're kind of I call it my generation's music, and they were looking to try to put on some events here in Montrose, and so we partnered with them, and we're sponsoring a show on Sundays called Colorado Grown, where they funnel Colorado artists through that radio station and feature them, and then via that show, then we've been able to capture a few artists to bring them down to Montrose and then highlight them down here with live music. So starting the second and fourth Friday of June, July, and August, we'll have a 6 concert series that'll be free in our back parking lot.
Okay.
Featuring artists from Montrose and Grand Junction. We'll have food trucks and the band and ourselves and Horsefly. We have a beer garden set up and be pouring local beer.
Okay.
And then you can also enjoy the beverages inside the building as well. And anyone that's a member of the Chamber of Commerce can also put a booth down there if they would like and advertise their businesses. We're just kind of looking to
we're going to be there.
Montrose.
So we appreciate the opportunity to have a booth set up and so forth. Maybe I could talk our producer, we could do something live.
There you go.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
So the first one is what day? The 10th?
First one will be June 10th,
Okay.
yeah, and that'll feature one of our local favorites. I think most people know Donnie Morales. He's been coming into the shop now for a couple of months and playing. He has a huge draw, and he was kind enough to kick up our series for this summer.
Fantastic. Now, you know what I love about this is we have music now, 3 weeks out of the month in the summer? Because the summer music series that happens at the Elks Lodge, they moved it over there now, right?
I think it's going to be down at the amphitheater this summer.
Oh, that's right. The amphitheater, yes. It was Elks last year. So that is going to be on opposite dates. So we can just get out and enjoy music, enjoy some beer, enjoy company. And
lots of opportunity this summer for sure.
Where do you get these ideas?
Truthfully, we just steal them. No, I mean, I think Montrose has got it's got a growing music culture. It's got a growing outdoor culture here, and why not give people the opportunity to enjoy what we do here and highlight some of the businesses and.
Most definitely. Yeah. Well, what's interesting is you were using a setup that was already done. So, I mean, the city was already shutting down that area in time for the farmers market the next day. So there's no extra work, manpower, or anything like that goes into it.
It was just sitting there empty, and the city was kind enough to allow us the opportunity to do that. They've been a huge proponent of what we're doing over there.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, what kind of music do you like?
I'm a country music guy. I'm born and raised in Montrose. I love country, but I'm also, I love the 70s and 80s rock, and I think everything that you're going to be hearing this summer is going to fall right in line with that kind of stuff. So
who do you have? I have a flyer here that I will post online, but our lineup, who's coming after Donnie Morales?
So then we got Zach Grant. So he headlines Zoloft, which is a big group out of Grand Junction. So they've got a huge following down there, and so he's just going to come down and do a single act for us then. And then on July 8th, we got a duo called You Knew Me When. They're kind of that pop, alternative, kind of funky kind of stuff. They're a lot of fun. And then another local favorite, most people recognize this one, is Cousin Curtis. He's excited to come back and put on his show.
Name.
Yeah. What we're excited about with Curtis is that usually he does a solo act for us there, but he's bringing his entire band this time. So if anybody had the opportunity to watch him when they did the amphitheater opening last fall, he'll be doing a similar show for us then. And then Sean Moon will be in August 12th, and then Haven Effect. Sean's kind of a country kind of guy, and Haven Effect is going to be more of that kind of southern rock kind of stuff. So.
And see, our producer is amazing. He found the flyer. He has it up. Thank you, Drew. Wow, this is going to be just one heck of a summer.
Yeah.
I think I might end up liking beer.
Yeah, I think it'd be an easy way to like it. Yeah.
But you know what? You have more than just beer. So
we do.
And I love that. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to be right back, and we're going to talk about more than just beer.
Believe it, just like Gigfoot, Zero Lag Gaming does exist. The real myth now? Slow internet made you lose. So step up your game with Elevate Internet today.
At the Real Estate Store, we're a group of real estate professionals who share all forms of property brokering in an innovative way. Our expertise and experience makes us the best choice for buyers and sellers. Our brokers are ready to assist you, either in person or virtually. Come visit us in historic downtown Montrose and experience for yourself the difference of our personal, professional property brokers.
Businesses. And so we're back, and it caught me talking about beer. Okay, but that's okay because I'm with John Pope, who he's all about beer, right?
Yeah, myself and my partners.
Exactly. First of all, I love that it's a family-run business. Your partners, I mean, you both couples are family oriented, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, that was huge for us when we opened the business. We wanted to make sure that we didn't lose focus on, on family. The reason the four of us wanted to do this is we wanted to do stuff we enjoyed, but we also wanted to hopefully by default create some time for ourselves and our families.
Right.
And then keeping that in mind, we've really worked hard to make sure that San Juan Brews, because it has the brewery and everything, we wanted to make sure that it was still family friendly. So you can bring your kids in there; they're welcome. You can come in there any time of day, and we got families sitting around drinking coffee and beer and enjoy playing board games. And, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And that's we need that. I find myself in a different place in life these days. And Preston, my little sidekick, he just goes everywhere with me. And yes, I'm not a beer drinker, but you guys have some great champagnes. I could sit there and on any given day, but especially a summer afternoon. And in fact, when I go pick up that gift card for the winter, I might sit and have a glass of champagne.
Prosecco. There you go.
Exactly. But so we have beer, you have Prosecco, you have food items. Tell us about everything that San Juan offers.
Yeah, so we're a full-blown coffee house and brewery. So Kevin is brewing on a 2-barrel system. We were able to double our size in the last couple of months, and so we're really excited about that. We got a lineup of 6 to 7 beers that we'll consistently have on tap. The big one everybody loves in town is the Big Dog IPA.
No pun intended. Yeah. The big one everyone loves is the Big Dog. Do they is it the name they like, John, or is it the big flavor?
I think both. We're learning that Colorado is an IPA state. Boy, people love their hoppy beers, and so that one alone keeps Kevin pretty busy.
Does
and
it?
So
Okay.
And then
what's his favorite?
He likes it all. I'll be honest with you.
Does he?
Yeah.
I like Kevin.
I think he's. And I think that's why he's so good at what he does.
Yeah, because he truly enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Our producer, Drew, is kind of a mainstay at your San Juan Brews.
We've seen him a few times.
He does.
This is my office.
Yeah.
He says that's its office, But then on the coffee side, what's your favorite?
So I personally just go for a sugar-free caramel latte. But, we're a full-blown coffee house. There's nothing coffee that we don't do in the building. So, and then we've added a different spin here in Montrose because we got our liquor license. We've been able to bring in a full lineup of adult coffee options, which has been a lot of fun.
Yes.
And then we've been able to start bringing in a little bit of food. We got some breakfast sandwiches and burritos and pretzels in the evening. And then we've partnered with food trucks around town. So anybody that has a food truck that wants a place to park, the city was kind enough to designate us some parking up front where we can put trucks. And
fantastic.
So got a little bit of everything.
Yes, you do. All right, so I want to know, I told Joe I was going to ask him tough questions today. What is the most sophisticated coffee drink anyone's ordered?
The most sophisticated? Oh my goodness. So I guess sophistication is going to be perception too,
exactly.
right?
Well, something where your staff was like,
hadn't had that. Well, one that we brought new that we've got new that's in is a Cubano, and we actually worked with the customer. And Drew's going.
You guys can't hear Drew. He's like,
Yeah. So Davina and I hadn't made any Cubanos before, and the customers had been down in Cuba, and he said, "I love cigars and a Cubano. That's why I love sitting on the patio." So really simple. It's just pulling a shot of espresso through brown sugar. It sweetens the shot. And then
that's simple to you. He just said pulling espresso through brown sugar. Okay.
But
who else knows how to do that in Montrose? Thank you, John.
So we just added that to the menu, and that's been super popular. And then
Wow.
But there's really, we can do pretty much anything with coffee. We've learned a lot. And Eric down at Surround Roasters, I think most folks know he does our roasting for us. He's been a great resource. He's taught us a lot.
Yeah, I love Eric. He is amazing. This man is so knowledgeable.
He is, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you start asking about coffee, he'll completely geek out about it.
Exactly. Oh, I love it. I don't think I knew that they did your roasting for you.
He does, yeah. So he does such a good job. There's no sense in reinventing the wheel, and he worked with us to create a blend for us that we use for our drip coffee, and so he's just been a great resource for us.
So do you see, I know the answer to this, but do you see another location anytime soon?
I think, like I was talking to you, this has been so organic for us that I think that's kind of where all of us are kind of staying, is if organically, if something was to land in our lap, we would certainly entertain it. But for now, we're perfectly content just running our location and, and having a good time doing what we're doing.
I love that, because you don't have to have a plan to take over the world. Yeah. You just, like you said, if it happens organically, then great. Yep. But I had to ask the question because, all Montrose wants to know, is there going to be another San Juan Brews somewhere?
Yeah, so. Yeah. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. Well, there's a little location on the corner of Main and San Juan that would be a great location that,
or a little coffee
exactly,
house.
Or a little coffee section, whatever. I'm sure we can find you space in the studios here. Well, John, is there anything else that I just forgot to ask you that you want to talk about?
I think that's it. Along with the Block 64 Music Series, we're also doing, so that'll be the 2nd and 4th Fridays of June, July, and August. On the 3rd Fridays, we just had our last one last Friday, we're running a series of 3 cornhole tournaments. Where right in the same back parking lot. That'll be on Friday nights. And so last Friday in the rain, we had 17 teams shine up and play till 11 o'clock at night. Registration went to CASA. All the registration fees got donated to CASA. The next 2 we'll find a couple more nonprofits to donate the registration fees to. But
cornhole is kind of a thing here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really people love it. It's got a huge following. I've been surprised.
I know, and that these tournaments happen, they pop up, and people can win money too.
Yeah. Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. They're my good friend Chris over there. He's co-sponsoring it with us, so they're providing the prizes. So last go round, the first place was $300, second place was $150, and third got $50. So
that's great.
That's not bad for a couple hours of throwing bags.
You just said Chris, your good friend. He's my good friend too. All right, Chris. Chris and Tiffany, come on, we're neighbors.
Right.
But that's a good pot, you know, to be able to walk away with $300.
Absolutely.
And then, so the nonprofits, are they, you just, anyone
so we haven't decided on the next 2, but if you got suggestions, let me know.
Okay.
We'll entertain it.
Yeah, I would get in trouble if I gave you suggestions.
Yeah.
So, I am associated with lots of nonprofits. It's tough to choose.
Yeah.
See, I got myself out of that one. But no, that's you guys are just so creative. You're giving us something to do. It's not just sitting around in a bar or at a coffee shop and just talking.
We're hoping so.
We can be active and bring our families and do.
Well, then if you want to support some more outdoor stuff, so we got the opportunity to participate in CPW on tap. So Colorado Parks and Wildlife partnered with breweries around the state. And just a handful of them to do a specific beer for CPW. So starting in end of September, October, we're going to have a beer on tap for CPW, where part of the proceeds go back to Colorado Parks and Wildlife. Okay. And then the county, we partnered with the county. We're going to be working with them on a Rim Rocker project. So we're going to have the Rim Rocker Lager and the off the trail roast. That proceeds of the sales of those will be going to the Rim Rocker project for that trail between here and Moab. So.
You don't like the outdoors at all, do you?
No.
I can't tell, you guys. So rumor has it that you're going to be doing something fun this summer. It might be on your bucket list.
Yeah.
What are you doing, John?
Checking off an item bucket list. So I'm going to be participating in Ride the Rockies here in a couple of weeks. So just doing the first 3 days. So pretty excited
about
that.
Just the first 3 days. Okay. That's 3 days of literally riding through the Rocky Mountains here.
I'm stoked.
Wow. How do you prepare for something like that?
Just lots of time in the saddle. Lots
Is
of
that
riding.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I put on several hundred miles in the last few months just riding around. So.
And is it based on stamina? Is it the goal to see is because it's so long?
Yeah. They call these endurance rides, and then 2 of the days I'm doing will have 100-mile days, so they call those centuries. And it's not a race. I think some people probably treat it as a race, but for the most part, it's just an endurance ride where you just get to get out and enjoy Colorado scenery from the seat of a bike. Right. Instead of flying down the highway at 80 mile an hour, you get to just ride and enjoy it. So.
Well, and all the people you're going to meet, how many are? I guess it's not a contestants or participants.
Yeah. Last time, my understanding is there's a couple thousand people that ride this thing. So it's huge.
Wow, they haven't done it. They took a year off or something during COVID.
I think they did. Yeah, They took a year off of COVID, but I think this is 30 plus years of this. Something like that. Yeah, they've been doing it a long time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to add that to my bucket list.
There you go.
I am. It'll be 10 years down the road. I'm going to try. I might do it. Do you audition, or it's just anyone who wants to?
No, if you just want to do it, you just register and go.
Because it's not, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to do it, you just do it.
And it's any kind of bike. Does it have to be a 2-wheel?
I think most folks are doing like a street bike. I'm doing it on a hybrid, just because it's easier on my shoulders to kind of have a little bit more of an upright stance.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can do it on whatever. I mean, I think there's people that have got those lay down, pedal three-wheel bikes,
those, yes.
and I think there's a little of everything out there. So
you can see me out there in my little cruiser.
there you go.
I know. Oh well, I'll try it someday. John, I could sit here and talk to you all day. This has been fun.
Yes.
All right, Montrose, it is a fun Friday. Let's make sure that we go out to the Summer Music Series and have a great time there, and sign up for cornhole. You could win some money, but support San Juan Brews, and we will see you next week.